Hey there, gang. This is White Panther coming to you, as always, from Tucson, Arizona, with what is now episode 10 of volume 1 of our video series Inside Panther's Lair. Today we'll be talking about a song called In My Truck, which also happens to be the name of the first demo CD. I had been driving an old beat-up F-250 up and down the roads in Cochise County. When I say roads, I use the term loosely. Most of it's just gravel, or more often than not, it was just packed dirt. It was a really fun and interesting feeling for a city boy like me to first be in that countryside and to be driving along in a pickup on a hot summer day. It was just a whole different lifestyle. One, like I said, that changed my life quite a bit. Well, anyway, with the number of songs that had been percolating through my head and the number that I got started while in the truck, baby girl one afternoon says, you just need to write a song called In My Truck, because you start so many of your songs in here. And sure enough, after a little while, it started coming to me, and thinking about some of the things that had gone right and not so right in my life. Didn't exactly set out to write the ultimate country song, and it's not the ultimate country song by any stretch of the imagination. However, if you'll indulge me for a moment, it's a song about being wronged, turning to the bottle, searching for yourself, turning away from the bottle, love and redemption. That sound country enough for you? I thought it might. Anyway, got the lyrics put down and had an idea of what I wanted the song to sound like in my head. So went into the studio again, sat down with Steve, and we started playing around. And in the course of things, I was probably overshooting and overthinking, trying to make it sound a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Soulful. Try to convey a yearning, a longing. I know I'm not coming up with the right word, but that's all right. You'll get where I'm going with this. So before we decided to lay it down, we messed with the tempo a little bit. We brought it down, so everything was slower and more dragged out. Even, I think I may have brought it down 1 or 2 semitones before I recorded it. And we got through it, and I brought it home, and something just didn't quite sit right in my ear. I had mentioned in one of the earlier videos that I used to host karaoke. So I brought the song into my karaoke software, and I realized, number one, that the tempo was off, so I kind of nudged that up a little bit and realized that I was singing it way too low. And you will hear when I get into volume 2, 3, 4, I'll call them the George sessions, that sometimes when I lay something down and my voice is very low and gravelly and kind of like it is right now, it's probably because I decided to be foolish and lay down vocals at like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Not the optimum time to be singing. Ask anyone who's ever laid something down. But anyway, to get to the end of the story, went back to the studio the very next day and told Steve, I was pushing so hard. I had a certain playtime in mind, and I really just needed to stop messing with stuff and just let the song be what it was supposed to be. So I played him the version that we had recorded the day before, with the key tweaked up a little bit and the tempo back where it should have been. And we just, instead of messing with stuff and digitally stretching it to make it fit, just had him lay down the track again. I went back and got the vocals, and oh my goodness, it was just night and day. So yes, lesson learned: when you have a particular idea in mind, unless you happen to hit one of the happy accidents that have happened with a lot of my songs, don't try to intentionally change it. Let it evolve into what it's going to be, or technically, I guess, what it always should have been. So anyway, we had, again, it was a tremendous learning experience. Had a lot of fun putting it down. It was so obvious after I laid it down that there was really only one title that I could ever possibly have, at least for the first demo CD. So thank you for listening. Here comes Luigi lip syncing to the title track of my very first demo CD, In My Truck. Once again, this is White Panther telling you to keep music in your hearts, and as always, and God bless you.
I drank through the night, choking back the tears, though I knew it wasn't right, as I'd done it through the years. But the sorrow in my heart was too much for me to feel. My redemption wouldn't start until I just dropped down and kneeled. So I prayed into the neck of the bottle as midnight came and the church bell struck. Punched my foot to the floor full throttle, when out of nowhere it came to me in my truck. There have been too many times the world turned its back on me. When I think of it sometimes, it's now so easy to see, being put to the test of how much that I could take. I felt I'd never get no rest, and I'd never catch a break. So I prayed into the neck of the bottle as midnight came and the church bell struck. Punched my foot to the floor full throttle, when out of nowhere it came to me in my truck. Driving down life's highway, I hit a bump or two in the road. I thought things would never ever go my way, 'cause I was carrying too much of a load. I've even traveled dirt roads and byways, trying my very best to live by my code. Racing into a blind curve, I never saw it up ahead. There was just no time to swerve, I was hanging by a thread. An angel, she appeared to me, she was sent from up above, and finally set my soul free when she showered me with love. That's when I said goodbye to the bottle, and the church bells, they brought me such luck. Now I run to my future full throttle. A new life was just handed to me.